Yes, I just found the exact moment it starts. Okay, I'm gonna link you the video and then I'm gonna tell you the exact timestamp of when it starts.
Yeah. What if I don't really care that much about it, James? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do then,
I'm
huh?
just letting you know.
What are you gonna do
You
then?
don't gotta watch it.
What are you gonna do then, huh, James?
You
Answer my question. Misheard, please. And that's not the question I'm asking you.
Listen.
Did you see the cross-examination?
Yes, it was so good.
She fucking destroyed her. Although we all saw it coming.
Well, I gotta edit that. It's not right. 58.
I mean, I'll listen to it if you just tell me, but I'm not gonna watch the clip. What the fuck? It's James. It's you. They put you in the game.
Oh wait, hold on. Are you streaming it to me? I haven't been watching.
Yeah, it is. Oh, I'm dead. I immediately got mauled by this giant bear. You missed it, James?
How long have you been playing the game? Oh god, it.
Alright, run toward me. Okay.
I just remember years ago when this like whole situation first began, and I'd heard about it. I was like, damn, I really don't think Johnny Depp would do that. I really like him as an actor. And then I heard Amber Heard was like, and I'm going to be donating $7 million to charity. And I'm like, well, I don't like the situation.
Are you?
Came out. Well, hold on. This was my reaction. I was like, you know, I don't really like how this situation went because I really like Johnny Depp, but I don't think he really did that. But I'm kind of glad that the charity is getting that money at least and everything.
Yeah.
And then it's like a couple weeks later, the charities are like, yeah, we've been waiting. We haven't like heard anything from her. We know that she promised.
We haven't heard anything from her.
And then months later, it happened again where they're like, yep, we still haven't heard a damn thing from Amber Heard.
Yep. All right.
It's me.
Take 2. Let's go. Right, run. Run.
That guy didn't have a gun on him?
Oh, I'm dead.
No, you're still alive on my screen. Oh, now you're dead.
I'm like dying. I'm like looking behind me and this bear's not behind me.
Well, don't look behind you. That's your problem.
Do you want me to try just running away without turning around this time?
Yeah.
And it totally won't. It'll work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, you see, JD, what you actually have to do is you have to do what Markiplier did in Poppy Playtime. And you have to grab onto a glowing piece of ceiling that you can't normally see unless you look directly straight up at it.
Yes, and that puzzle that you do, you have to do what, 7 times? 7, 8, 9, 10 times during that entire playthrough? And on the 10th time, you don't have to look up. You know why? Because you didn't have to do it 9 times before.
Hey, look at that, JD.
No, I'm dead.
Looking behind you, you're alive.
I know, I'm dead actually.
That's because you looked behind you.
No, I think I have to run on the. I think there's a path there I have to run on. So then I like watched Markiplier's playthrough, and he takes like, and the only reason you would think that it would take like forever to do it, is just because Markiplier takes like 10 minutes in each hallway, each short hallway to just interact with literally everything.
To be fair, I was like half watching it, and I had only gotten to watch that entire playthrough at the part
I guess that totally justifies your "it's a terrible game."
I also watched earlier parts, and I'm aware of the history of the company, and I'm not like too big a fan of the game. I just like I get the concept, it's neat and everything, but I also think it's just like, eh.
Yeah.
No, I'm not like. I think it takes them quite a long time to. Like,
I like the concept of the game, and unlike James, I support the devs and artists behind it, and I want them to be, paid well for it because I think they actually came out with a really good product. And unlike James,
oh my god, look at that tiny person in the window. Who is that?
Actually, that's me.
Can't see their face because of the sun.
It's me, JD.
I'm literally being blind.
Welcome to the stream.
Oh. And it's me, your father.
I'm gonna pause during this cutscene. It's me, your father. Your father.
I am your father. Yeah.
Your father.
Hey. I've decided that I'm gonna be
The Massacre of the Prophet and His People. What are you reading there, Dad? It's an interesting book you've got there.
Why does it look like Dr. Octavius from PlayStation 4 Spider-Man?
That's because it is Dr. Octavius from PlayStation 4 Spider-Man.
You know, Peter.
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 Brilliant but lazy.
All right, I can only think of the Snap Cube fan dub version of Otto Octavius. I don't know what the real game one sounds like anymore. It's become the definitive
I have to
voice.
eat these hot berries.
Hey Peter, you know, I'm just eating this garbage. Do you want to eat my garbage?
Hey, Peter, can I ask you a personal question?
No, that's the
Are
negative
you
man.
are you going to the big drink tonight, Peter?
Hey Peter,
Peter,
going
you
to the
got
big drink?
time. Oh my God, is that the big drink? Nah, that's not the big drink over there.
Whoa, is that a whole civilization?
No, it's abandoned. It's an abandoned Cold War. It's an
Abandoned.
abandoned Cold War installation.
Oh, JD, did that helicopter not see you as you're standing on this extremely well-lit mountain?
You're right. Well, I mean, it's actually kind of tough to see from a helicopter. If you're not looking for something, then maybe you just don't see it. You know.
You're standing on a snow white mountain in a bright red jacket, illuminated by yellow light.
Find a way to defeat the
no
bear.
one's missing you.
Sure, James. Sure.
Wait, sorry, did you say find a way to defeat the bear? What bear?
The bear.
The bear.
You know, the bear.
You know,
I guess I have to go
the
back
big
this way.
drink. Find a way to defeat the big drink.
Defeat the big drink.
What you do is you get a gun.
Yeah.
And you just shoot it.
Mushrooms. They're death caps.
The death traps.
Poison.
I thought she said death camps. I was about to be like, oh my god.
Oh my God.
That's
Death
quite the name
camps
for
in Tomb Raider.
that's quite the name for a mushroom.
There we go. Let's climb up here. But yeah, in that playthrough, like Markiplier, I knew the direction he was gonna go when he spent like 30 minutes in that first room where you first meet Poppy. I was like, oh no, oh no.
When I was getting your messages, I'm like, oh my god.
Did you watch that?
passionate. I haven't watched the full playthrough. I only saw the ending bit and everything. And I was like, man, this game seems kind of just a little boring.
You watched like 5% of it. You're like, yeah, this thing sucks.
It took him a long time to get through it, JD. I wouldn't call it 5% of the video.
No, 5% of the game.
Oh, yeah.
Markiplier just takes forever to get through any part of the game.
I
But that
was like,
ending,
man.
the ending is like 5%.
Yeah, but also I just feel like it's the whole like setup for the there's always a bigger fish fucking like thing. I was just like, but it's doing the same thing that it started out with. Why is it just the
I
same?
don't find any problem with
It's just
that
a
cliche.
hand villain. It's just a hand villain again. Why is everything all hands?
I don't really find a problem with the whole like there's always a bigger fish type of cliche.
I don't think it's a problem. I just think that it's like it was just done in the exact same way that the trailer like did the setup for chapter 2 and everything, where it's the hand grabbing Wuggy or Huggy. Sorry, Wuggy is the character from In Space with Markiplier.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I still haven't
It's
watched that.
it's good. I really like it. He did a great job.
Yeah, so like the first room that took Markiplier 30 minutes to get through was it wasn't really even a puzzle. It was just to introduce Poppy and then you just get out of there, right? So you just
Right,
basically
I've
go
seen
through the
that.
vents to get into this room, and then Poppy shows up. It's like, oh yeah, turn on the power. You do like a little power puzzle in that room, and then what you're supposed to do is just go back out the room, right? Because there's only one entrance / exit to the room, and very clearly, you just go back out through that room, right? And then even Poppy's like, okay, I'm gonna follow you through the vents. Let's go, and then. I don't know why people think this, like, because I've seen a couple playthroughs, and Charlie and Mark just think that you need to get like to the top of the room where Poppy like pops out of the vent from. They're like, oh yeah, I need to go up there, and then they just never stop to ask like, why do I need to go up there? You know?
That's because Charlie and Mark are just the smartest boys, JD.
Yeah, I mean, I think Charlie's actually genius. Ever since I saw his Halo like takes and stuff, I mean, I think I really think he's on the mark with something there. But
See, JD, I know you're trying to get me riled up like I got you riled up by bringing up Markiplier's playthrough of Poppy, but you see, it won't happen.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna continue ranting about this playthrough. I love the playthrough, by the way. It was a good playthrough. But
I'm gonna have to watch like a full playthrough of it because I've only seen the beginning, like set up
I think
to the point that
I saw Manly
she gets
Badass
grabbed.
Heroes playthrough of it because that came out like first or something. And it popped on my timeline first. I was like, oh, the game came out already, chapter 2.
From all I've seen of the game as like a whole of chapter 2 is up to the point that Poppy gets grabbed
Yeah.
and you jump into the hole, and then like the ending bit where like you have to grab onto the ceiling.
Yeah.
That's all I've seen of it, and that's why I'm like, this feels like a pretty anticlimactic ending. I feel like they could have done more with that whole like chase sequence, especially with that whole furnace area. I feel like if you had gotten her trapped in there and then burned her a little and stuff, then it could have created a new like sort of cycle for the end boss, where then it makes the whole like frantically chasing you in the way it does at the end of it more intense, maybe.
Yeah.
I just feel like they could have added more onto that.
I think it was just
but-
because I watched Manly Badass playthroughs of it first that I thought the intensity was a bit better. Because I guess
Yeah,
I don't know if you skip through a lot of it, because if you did, then if you just watched a chase scene, then it probably wouldn't feel as intense as if you watched the build up before the chase scene.
I didn't skip it. It's just that like I was like scrolling YouTube and then I got like the notification, like not notification, but I saw like I clicked on a Markiplier video and it's like, he's live right now, and I clicked on it and it's like it just dropped me in right there. I'm like, okay, I'll watch the rest of this.
Yeah. So anyway, where was I? Oh right. So like he gets through that first room, right? Finally.
You see, in episode 4
I mean, it takes
Halo
him-
TV show,
It takes him like 10 years for him to be like, wait a minute, do I just go back out the way I came in?
Mm-hmm.
So he spends the entire 30 minutes is him like dragging around these boxes and ladders that are clearly like, they're like not meant to be like stacked on each other or anything. So like he's trying to stack these boxes on each other and grabbing this ladder and everything. And it's like clearly not, it's it's not cooperating with him. So like she's like dragging the ladder and ladder's getting stuck on everything. And it's just this like, I think it's just like a gamer instinct, where if you're doing something in a game and it seems like it's frustrating you,
Dude,
or it seems like it's not
just die right there.
not the right.
You jumped off that cliff straight into the side of a rock.
I jumped off
Your
the
head
cliff.
went-
I jumped off like this little cliff. It's like what, like
Jay,
12, 15 feet
You
up.
jumped off that giant cliff and landed straight onto the side of that rock.
Well, I clearly didn't because I would die if I did, and I'm still alive. So,
you should have died.
hey, Laura Croft is a weak female. Okay, of course I would die if I slammed my head against a rock, but I didn't.
A weak,
So
helpless character
exactly.
can do nothing for herself.
All right, let's make some poison arrows. Guess that's. Did I just do that?
I'm gonna buy that Rooster Teeth flag and hang it behind me.
Oh, the one that you sent me, the ace,
Yeah.
the ace flag.
I really like it because I just kind of like their Pride merch in general, but I really wish that it was a black background instead of the white one, because I just don't know why they've done that, because it's only the ace flag and then one other flag that have the white background, and all the rest of them have the black one. And I get why, because there's already black on it, but they could have made it like a different black.
Oh, I see. Well, you like black better than the white?
I just think it would have looked better, because it's very distracting, because you can't really see the Rooster Teeth logo in the center with the white.
I see.
I feel like you just can't see enough of the detail, but making it black would have made it pop a bit more.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that.
They're
I can't wait for you to
fools.
put it up behind you and then not get to stream that until 2025.
Just that it's for streaming, JD. It's purely for the podcast for you to see.
Oh, I thought
I
you
do
meant like
things-
when you
do
said
things
for the
only for your
podcast, I was about to
existence.
say like the podcast is not a video podcast, and then
Exactly. It's purely for your visuals to see.
I'm so glad that I get to see that.
I exist only to entertain you.
Well, you're not doing a very good job about that. Sorry to tell you this, James, but Hawkeye here would say something.
Yeah, wait, what the
Why? Oh, sorry. They're natives, James. They're natives. They're natives of
What?
Siberia.
What are we watching here?
We're watching natives of Siberia being hunted down by the what is the Siberian secret police force?
Run her down.
that speak English, fluent English.
I also like that he chose the one hand, the bolt action rifle to shoot the guy
Oh
in the
shit!
back
They
of the
saw
head.
our fire at the camp.
Don't worry, JD. This guy hasn't racked a round back into his gun, so we'll be fine as
Oh,
long
look,
as we just
we can grab a
get it
what
out
the?
of his
Oh
hand.
my god! He just immediately
Uh,
pops shots into our little home camp there.
Also, where did his rifle go?
Put on his back.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, it's right there.
No, it's not.
Talking about James. You never had a
Just
rifle to
look-
begin with.
Yes, he did. He shot the guy in the back of the head with a bolt action rifle and then never re-racked the gun.
We found another camp up here. Fire was still warm.
Your body's about not to be warm. Yeah!
Hold on, you look so obvious too.
Nice.
Can you take his gun?
I took his loot. I don't think I took his. He doesn't have a gun.
Yes, he did.
Didn't have a gun, dude. Come here. Got him.
Why is this one so anti-gun all of a sudden? Like as if
What do you
every
mean
Tomb Raider
anti-gun?
game
The
before
first
it.
little intro, we had a gun.
Yeah, and that's all. We've also killed 2 people that definitely had guns.
And James and
Go
What?
find that one guy. Hold on, go find the guy that he shot in the back of the head and steals loot.
oh, that's not him. Is he? It's like over here.
Yeah, it's like down in that area right there.
Go to sleep, buddy.
Hold on, he did say the natives, so they could have been Scandinavian natives after all.
That's true.
Oh, is that him?
Is him? No, it's not him.
Who is
Different
that?
guy. I don't know. Can I shoot him down?
What is this?
I can't shoot him down. You got freaking pelted by these arrows, though.
If only you had a gun.
I didn't notice that body there before. What? Haha. Why is there music playing like I've been spotted?
I didn't realize music played in this game.
Alright, I just turned the sound down a bit.
Oh.
Yeah, because on my capture
forget
it's
to
a bit
keep that-
louder.
Don't forget to keep that voice chat up though.
Yeah.
Never turn that down. We need that.
Yeah,
I need
just
to know
in
what they're
case, you know.
saying.
Wait, is there-
I need to know what that other archer is saying at all times.
Grab this.
These characters look Mongolian.
These characters look Mongolian.
It says.
Whoa,
We got
Laura, that's
Mongolian characters in Siberia?
Man, oh my god, you just killed a Mongolian character.
Oh shit, dude, I just killed a Mongolian.
The natives booby-trapped the woods.
They just booby trapped the woods.
Again, so I guess they really were natives. Where the fuck
Yeah,
are
they're natives. Where do we have to go?
we? Are we in Mongolia?
Perhaps. Maybe the save game doesn't actually work.
I don't think those were Mongolian natives. Maybe save it in a new
does work.
spot.
No, it does work.
How can you not? You've been able to run up walls that big this entire time.
But James, you can only run walls that have scratch marks on them, James. Come on.
You're right.
It's gamer logic, dude. What are you talking about, you crazy son of a bitch? I guess we run up this tree and then we can hop up there.
Fuck off.
Nope. But yeah, anyway, that Poppy Playtime playthrough Markiplier. So yeah, he gets to that first room, and then like he's already like I could tell he's already like frustrated. So like from then on, he just doesn't get scared anymore because he's so his mind is just focused on how frustrated he was when he was you know being up there. Oh shit! How do I? Oh, that's how you do it.
But Jay, there's no bear in there. What are you doing?
No, there's definitely a bear.
There's no bear.
Question is,
Going after it then. Going after it then, pussy.
Okay. Nobody calls me a pussy. Actually, where'd he go? Thought he was
Told you
here.
there's no bear in there.
I mean, I definitely heard him
Told
walking
you.
around. What about that? What's that then, Jay?
That's not a bear. That's
Yeah?
me. Why are you shooting me? So what are you shooting me with?
Poison arrows.
I didn't realize poison looked like smoke bombs that never go
Oh,
away.
oh shit! Run! Ah! Ah!
You know, if
You like
only
these
had
arrows
taken
in your
any
face,
of those
huh?
guns-
Yeah.
If only you had picked up those guns that, you know, you'd killed like 8 guys that had them.
Yeah.
Would have made that a lot easier.
I guess it would have, but it also would have alerted them to my position, James.
Would it?
Idiot.
You sure the bear that's roaring
Is
from
less
not
quiet than a
paying attention?
gun? Is that what you're saying, misheard?
Yes.
You're saying that you're saying ice covers up swelling?
Hold on. I was listening to a bonus episode from Dungeons and Daddies. They do this thing called Debate Me Coward, where
Yeah.
Freddie and Matt, one of the people that are on it,
Yeah.
will get in an argument about a very trivial thing that only matters to the two of them, but they'll like go very overboard with it. Their first episode was about how does pepperoni belong on pizza? Yes or no? Freddie W says, or Freddie Wong. I don't know why I call him Freddie W.
Freddie
I know it was his
W.
YouTube name.
It's
But Freddie
W.
Wong, it was, and so I've just always known him as Freddie W. But Freddie says no, it doesn't belong on pizza and stuff. But
Yeah.
their newest episode, which came out recently,
Yeah.
was whether popcorn is a good snack food or not.
Oh.
And hold on, wait, why do we need pistol parts? You could just take the gun.
Well, I mean, we're gonna craft our better pistol, James. Why would I use
Are
these
we?
inferior pistols of the people on the ground? Clearly,
right.
they didn't save me because I have a bow and arrow, and they had guns, and I won,
You know what,
James.
JD?
I won. What can you,
know,
say
Jay,
about
you're
that?
right. Why would any of these mercenaries with modern weaponry have a better gun than whatever the fuck has been sitting in here for years?
I'm sorry. I have a bow and arrow. They have modern weaponry, and I've killed like 7 of them. So
You're also
what
the
can we
main
say about guns?
character.
They're just bad.
But they were arguing whether popcorn is a good snack food or not, or just a good food in general, which Matt Arnold, like a fucking insane person, took the weirdest stance on it. Like, I can understand not liking popcorn, but he's saying that chips and salsa is a much better food choice, and should replace popcorn in theaters because
In
popcorn
theaters near
is too
you.
loud. But
Popcorn
he's
is
saying popcorn is too loud, so chips should
And
replace
and
it.
salsa and
And
salsa.
salsa should replace it. And the points he makes for why are the most insane things I've ever heard a human being say. He's like, popcorn, it's too messy. You throw it around when you get scared at a movie. Yeah, he's just like losing his mind. It's like, it's all over the floor. It's too much of a mess. And Freddy's like, that also happens with chips. And he's like, no, not when I eat them.
No, not me, not me.
And he's like,
So
when you
his
grab-
point is we should replace popcorn with chips because the popcorn is too loud when you eat
it's
it.
too loud, which makes no sense because I know
Which
for a
makes
fact
no sense
chips
because
are
I'm pretty sure
definitely
tortilla chips are louder.
Chips are so much louder.
An arrowhead
And
carved
so
from
like,
bone.
yeah, but if you had the choice of chips or popcorn, you would choose the chips. And Freddy's like, no, I choose the popcorn because I wouldn't have to think about eating. And he's like, you don't have to think about eating chips and salsa. And he's like, you're watching a movie. You have to look down to make sure you don't dip your whole hand into the salsa.
Now you got salsa fingers. What are you gonna do about that, huh?
Yeah, exactly. And he's like, popcorn is too sticky. And he's like, but you know,
Sticky?
you get some you get some.
What does he put
nacho
on his
cheese
popcorn to make it
chips."
sticky? Isn't it like dry as fuck?
No. He's like,
And butter
he's like,
definitely doesn't make it sticky. It makes it slippery.
yeah, exactly.
What is he talking about?
then even more insaner, he goes, no, but chips and nacho cheese dip at movie theaters. And Freddy's like, what? And he's like, that's just as like annoying to have to like pay attention to eating. He's like, no, you dump the cheese on top of the chips. And Freddy never brought it up, but I was like, wait, wouldn't that make it even more messier for your fingers? And he's like, you know, and you eat it, you get some cheese on your fingers, you lick it off, and I'm just
I'm
like,
pretty sure that's
why couldn't
already
you
a thing too.
Why
I
couldn't you
believe
also just do that normally with popcorn? Though?
I believe there is like a chip with like nacho cheese snack at the theaters.
Doritos.
Maybe I'm wrong though. I don't know.
He was very no. That is a thing, and that's why it was even more insane that he was like saying like, now you take the cheese, you dump it on top of it, and it's not as messy. And it's like now you're just gonna have cheesy fingers. He's like, but I can lick the cheese off my fingers, and it's like you could do that for popcorn though. If anything, the cheese will make your hands sticky.
See, James, you're just wrong. Sorry.
But then even more insane, JD.
Yeah.
I know. How can I get even more insane? Fuck, what did he say? It was like I was truly baffled while listening to it. I'm trying to remember the exact words he said. But fucking Freddy's like, dude. Oh yeah. He's like, I grab a big handful of popcorn while eating it. And I've never had a food more likely if I was to squeeze it, it would shoot out of my hand. And I'm just like, of course it's gonna shoot out of your hand. You're squeezing it.
Yeah, that does make sense to me. That checks out. I mean, he's not wrong, James. He's not wrong.
I couldn't help but think, wouldn't the chips, if you squeeze them, become even more messy? But here's the thing. Freddy's like, that's because you eat popcorn like a fucking insane person.
This popcorn and
you
chips.
Just grab big handfuls and throw it at your mouth.
Dude, this popcorn and chips debate is how I feel whenever I try to argue about anything with you. It's just like,
Exactly.
What are you talking about, James?
It truly reminded me of what we talk about.
It reminded me of the business PayPal and the fact that you don't stream anymore. Where I'm just like, why don't you stream? He's like, oh, my coworkers might be able to tell. I'm like, okay, just make a new account. He's like, no, I don't want to. Like, what? Why not? Oh, because
I already have everything set up on this account. I don't want to have to make a new account and set everything up. It's not.
What do you mean new account set everything up? Every settings doesn't change. You just switch the account.
Yeah, but now I have to go refollow all the pages. I have to stop. I have to turn off the subscriptions that I have on this.
What do you mean? Just whenever you
Twitch.
stream, you just switch to that account. You don't have to stay on the account. Like it's your permanent account, it's just your streaming account.
That's where I go. That's my thing. It's my account. I don't want to have to make a new account. I'm already no last name. I beat the Frenchman to it.
I'm saying you can just make another no last name. It's not
JD.
like
No, JD.
your name is no underscore last underscore name underscore, dude. That's like the
yeah.
That's
but
the
JD,
worst guy.
JD,
That's
his name
can't
is
get worse
no
than that.
underscore last underscore name underscore underscore.
You can't get worse than that, kid. I'm pretty sure you could get some combination of no last name without all the underscores and stuff.
No, my friend. You see, I beat him because he had to put 2 at the end of his rather than just 1.
See, it just reminds me of those kinds of arguments.
But the thing is, we both agree that his stance on it is insanity.
Yeah, that's true.
And he kept trying to like make points of what would make for better, like the better replacement for popcorn. And like every food that he brought up, I just couldn't help but think, I've had that at a movie theater. It's definitely not better than popcorn. He's like, a soft pretzel. I'm like, almost every time I've eaten a soft pretzel at a movie theater, it's been super fucking stale.
Huh.
Like,
I don't think I've had a pretzel at a movie theater.
Even when I know they've made it fresh, it doesn't taste good. There's just something about movie theater pretzels that just aren't good. Like, I love pretzels and cheese and stuff.
I'm pretty sure it's
but
just
they
because the
just
ingredients we
never
get are
good.
just ass.
Yeah.
Because we have to import everything, so of course I don't think there'll be like anything that's
As a movie
good.
theater former employee, you should know the answer to this.
Yeah.
Is popcorn
I will say
the best movie
pretzel
theater snack
the
food?
pretzel bites are a lot better than if they just served a soft pretzel.
They
for some
are,
reason.
but then it's also like the cheese that you get with it isn't all
Hey,
that
look, it's
great.
us.
It's us,
And I
but
can't wait for
ginger.
the third female character with like a bow that shows up, and it's the character from Horizon Zero, Dawn.
Voiced by Ashley Birch.
And it will have the trio of the strong, independent woman, you know? I mean, this
Well-
this girl kind of looks like her, right?
Who is this person at a time here? This is a fucking Viking. What
It's
what
one
are
of
they
the
dressed
it's one of the
in?
natives,
Look
and
at what they're
there's-
wearing.
it's one of the natives, and you know her father
The
just got
natives
her father.
swear.
Didn't you see her father get literally shot in the head by the dude who held
Hold
that
on.
rifle, which disappeared?
Hold on. Hold on.
See you again.
Who?
I'll put
Where
it
are
out
they
on
natives
your
of? They said the writing on the rocks was Mongolian. Is this Mongolia? And if so, why
No,
is
it's
she a native of
Siberia.
Mongolia?
It's not Mongolia. It's Siberia. It just had
And why are there
Mongolian
Mongolian
writings.
hieroglyphs on the fucking Siberia?
Yeah, well, it's ancient. Okay, this place didn't
Doesn't-
always be Siberia. Mongolia
she's
used to be here,
Batman.
James.
She's Batman.
I have vengeance. I'll put an arrow through your fucking throat.
So, there are people who live out here.
I just cut her off. She was talking and I cut her
So
off.
there's people who live
There's
out here.
people living. All right, where do we go now?
Laura Croft is running around in the natives' land, going, "Damn, you really live like this?
Damn, son. Oh shit,
Damn,
I'm
son.
dead.
You
Ah!
really live like this."
I just jumped off the cliff and died.
I love watching this like in such slow frames because it doesn't play like full quality for me. So
Yeah.
it's just like I hear you like, "Let's go," and
Yeah,
then
my
I just see
internet-
a second later you jump off the cliff.
Just
to
like
your
3
death.
frames of me flying through the air. The last frame is me dead. My corpse on the ground.
Oh, it's so good.
Anyway, what was I talking about before? Right, the Poppy Playtime thing.
Still talking about Puppy Playtime.
Well, I never finished it.
I thought we finished the discussion on it.
No, I was in the middle of talking about it. And then you brought up the popcorn thing for your podcast.
Insanity.
Did I get it? Oh, I didn't. Ah,
He
then I
also
go
said
somewhere else.
scones would be better. Who the fuck is gonna eat scones?
So yeah, after he gets through that hallway, he's just frustrated, right?
Nothing I can do for him now.
Yeah.
And you know, oh, there's people there, and I
Use
think
your
after that
gun.
moment, it just no longer was like scary because it's just, you know, being
That's
frustrated and being scary. I mean, they're like opposing opposing emotions. Like it's pretty
Yeah.
hard to be scary and frustrated at the same time because it just takes you out of the experience, right?
Like that. Crazy son of a bitch.
So yeah, at that
Kill
point,
both of
I'm
them.
pretty sure that
I don't know how they managed to take one of them.
I'm pretty sure after that point, Markiplier just like completely gave up.
I thought you broke that on the barrel in front of you for a second, so they were just gonna start walking towards you.
So yeah, and the whole like looking up to solve puzzles is just like a reoccurring thing. Oh, you think he saw me?
I imagine it is because in this chapter they introduced the whole kind of parkour-ish aspect, right?
Yeah.
Where you gotta grab onto the glowing handles to like jump around and stuff. So I guess
Yeah,
that
I
makes
can't
sense,
tell
like-
how hard the platforming is because I haven't played it myself yet. But
I know
it
you have
looks to
to
be
time
pretty.
it so
yeah.
that you.
It looks
have
to be
to time it
pretty
or,
difficult
like,
since.
right at the end of the swing, or else you fall.
That's generally how, you know, swinging goes. But
No, I know what I'm saying. Like I think that's just like I'm pretty sure that might be the extent of it from what I've seen. Again, I haven't watched the full playthrough,
yeah.
so
I can't tell how tough it is since I haven't played it myself. But you know, I've seen the people struggle with it, so I can tell it's not like the easiest thing. But you know, you look up to solve most of these puzzles because like the way to go is just like you look up, you'll see like a handle which glows yellow. There's like a yellow light on all these handles, and like I guess I don't know if if their gamer sense has been like eroded over the years, where you know they'll go through this area and they'll see all these signs like the glowing light, the glowing yellow light in the handle. They'll look at it and be like, what? That's where I was supposed to go? What do you mean? And they were like complaining about how that's because they didn't see it. They're like, what do you mean? I was supposed to go that way?
that's a
But
really good
it's very
impression.
clearly like it's very clearly like yes, that's the way you're supposed to go. And you've literally seen this like 10 times before. So I don't know why. I have no idea why they're so like angry about that. So
Yeah, very good Markiplier impression.
yeah.
What do you mean? I don't know what you
God fucking damn it. Why do I have to look up to solve?
Hey everybody, Markiplier here.
Hello, everybody. Markiplier here.
Hello everybody, Orphan Maker here.
Where do I have to go here? Do I have to take out? Oh, I do have to take out all these guys.
Prioritize the live rounds. And keep
Yes,
your
Shady.
from the
Kill
rest.
them all.
Got a
Make
feeling
them.
you want those as you reach.
I just have to go
Orphans.
up there. Orphan. I'm about to make some orphans.
I hope you know, the moment we start playing Minecraft again, my skin is changing to
Oh,
either
we should
be
talk about
Nanny
that a little
or
bit, huh?
Orphan Maker.
Because we should talk about that because
Yeah, let's
I've already sent you the steps on how to.
Yeah, you've
How we
sent
should-
me all
we'd
this
be able
stuff
to
and
do it,
everything. I was
right?
gonna get it taken care of tonight after I picked up my sister and stuff.
Oh, because I was like I saw the way to do it. This is the easiest way to do it, by the way. So I saw the steps to do it, and I was like,
That's what you think.
I was like, oh no, I have to get James to actually download stuff and make things work, and I'm not sure if I can do that, or if he'll actually be able to do
Fool.
that. So I sent you those instructions on Discord, and I'm like, okay, let's just if he really wants to play modded Minecraft, then he'll do it, and if he doesn't, then we'll just not do it. So,
I just read the name and password for the server.
oh, you didn't realize that?
No, again, I haven't looked at any of it. I haven't read any of it because I was going to take care of it tonight and everything. I was like,
Yeah.
cool, well, that's there and stuff. I don't got to worry
It used
about
to be
it.
a
I'll
pretty
get to it.
it used to,
And I
this is
just
like
now
an
fucking read it.
old method of it. So
Yeah, man, I
Hold
can't
on,
wait. I
is
can't wait to
someone
start doing modded Minecraft where I just learn every way to fucking annoy you.
I thought I was the one annoying you in our Minecraft playthrough.
Tables
Because-
have turned, JD. I've become the Orphan Maker.
Yeah, you annoy me whenever we aren't playing games and we're just trying to set up for a game, and you just decide not to, or things just go wrong for you and you can't do it.
I like how you're like, you annoy me by not being able to accomplish this.
Your inability to accomplish this, regardless of whether or not that's your fault, annoys me, James.
I was about to say, you
I
annoy me
realize
because
that-
even though it's not your fault that you can't accomplish this, I fucking hate you.
I realize that a lot of things happen in your life
Just
that
look up and grab onto the thing. It's not that hard.
just do it, James. Just download it. It takes 5 minutes, James. It takes 5 minutes.
I really liked when you were sending me all the messages of your anger about Puppy Playtime. I was like, oh, so this is what it's like whenever I complain about Charlie burping.
Yeah, I was
into the
complaining about
microphone.
complaining about the Markiplier playthrough because it was actually so frustrating to watch go through. Oh, whoops, saw me.
I was like, this is real rage.
It's almost as much rage as I feel when I'm like watching Game Grumps try to get through like a semi-difficult game, or a game for children, because they also mess up that. Oh shit, I'm so injured.
I can't wait for us to play Dragon Ball Evolution, the game. And,
I'm
be able
not
to get
sure
through
we're
it.
gonna play that.
Well, we're
If
not
we
doing it
are
anymore?
playing that, you're the one that's gonna be playing it, and I will be the one co-hosting that because I don't want to play that.
But you got ad blocker.
What do you mean?
Didn't you say that's how you'll know if the emulator's broken or not?
Wait, what?
Well, I remember you mentioning something when I was like, I don't know if this emulator's good or not and everything. You're like, well, I got this thing, so it
No, I
should
mean-
be fine when I go to look at it.
Emulator? I thought you meant like I thought I was talking about like pirate sites or something. Where
Okay.
if it's like if the site has a bunch of ads on it and you have to go through a bunch of ads to get to where you need to actually like download something, then it's like a virus. Is that what you were referring to? Because I don't remember saying anything
Yeah.
about like the emulator itself.
So,
Why are there so many lanterns around here?
because you are the Green Lantern, Lara Croft.
Lara Croft, the
Can you
Green
throw it?
Lantern. Yeah, it's like a throwable thing.
Does it like break when you throw it?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it does.
Set things on fire.
Oh, you're not gonna grab another one?
So yeah. Do you know about Curse Forge?
No, I'm not aware of this mod.
Okay. Well, it's
Tell me
it's
about
not
it.
a mod. It's a client that has a bunch of modded
Kill that
like mod
fucking
packs
rat.
on it. You know. By the way, we have a gun now. Look at that.
Kill that fucking rat that ran past you.
Kill
You
the
go
rat,
back,
James.
you find it, and you shoot it fucking dead. You
The
kill.
rat's
You
done
go
nothing
kill,
wrong, James.
You go kill Eric Badur.
Rat's done nothing wrong, James.
That rat bastard. Oh, but yeah,
Do
tell
I
me about
shoot
it.
them? Oh, so it's just this client that has a bunch of mod packs on it. So you download the mod packs from the client, and then you can play the mod pack itself. Because when you said you wanted to play a modded Minecraft playthrough, I was not sure if you were actually like serious about that, because you'd have
Yeah,
to
I'm fully serious about
download the mods to play modded Minecraft.
Yeah, I know. I've played modded Minecraft before, JD.
No, I meant download it. You know, like because you don't download stuff.
I download stuff sometimes.
When you do download stuff, it takes
Holy
you like
shit!
10
How many
years.
bullets have you put in that man?
The hardest difficulty, James. Chill out.
He's not wearing body armor.
I think we tend to forget, but I'm playing on the hardest difficulty right now. So they're pretty they take a lot of damage.
Kill the woman in the chair.
Sorry, I'm looting stuff real quick. I can't talk to you.
Kill the chair. Kill the chair.
Oh, that's locked.
No, no, no.
Sorry.
Kill the chair.
Wait, he has a bunch of ammo on himself and he died. Come on. Yeah, this is how you open doors.
You look like you had a fucking stroke.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, keep telling me about how I don't download stuff.
Yeah, so, you know, I don't know. It's just a running thing with James where, you know, if I tell him to download something so we could play together, I remember it being like week 1. I like tell him, I'm like, hey, James, download this and we can play this together. And you're like, yeah, sure, okay. And then, like, when we do the
What
podcast,
was
like a
it?
few
What
days
was
later,
it?
I forgot which one it was, but I do remember this.
It was so...
Was it a Steam game?
I'm pretty sure I downloaded it, like, eventually.
You
but,
downloaded
like,
it eventually, but it was definitely, but it took like 3 weeks for you to
Was
actually
it
do that.
Apex?
Yeah, I think it might have been Apex.
Because I was really nervous about it running on the computer, I think. I think I was just like, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't download it every time I went to.
Yeah, it was like a year ago. But I was playing Apex, and then I was like, oh yeah, James, you would play some Apex with me. Yeah, sure, dude. Let me just download it real quick. I'm like, okay. And then like a couple days passed by. I'm like, have you downloaded it yet? And you're like, nah, I haven't gone around downloading. I'm like, all right. And then a week passes, and I'm like, yo, you got Apex now? Let's play some Apex. And you're like, no, I don't have Apex. And I was like, okay. And at this moment, I was starting to think like, oh, maybe he just doesn't want to play Apex. I guess I'll ask him a couple more times, but if he doesn't, then
Oh my god, he's gonna
Oh,
kiss
well.
that guy.
yeah, dude, look at that.
Mwah. Mwah.
You got a bruise on your face here. Where'd you get that from, babe?
Babe,
Babe.
babe,
Is
your
he
eyes
crushing
look
that guy's head with just his hands?
well, no, he's not crushing his head. He's pushing his thoughts through his eyes.
Oh, I see.
But because in media, people never fight back, it's actually a very easy thing to do, apparently.
Yeah, it's not like
Where in reality, you would immediately kick yourself away from the person doing it. But in
Yeah,
media,
he would never
you
be
just
able to
kinda
hold on.
You just kind of like tap your arms on them a few times.
Well, he's a super soldier, so what can you do?
Yeah, he's Wesker from Resident Evil. Oh my god, it's ski mask goggles, man. He's alive.
It's Ghost from Call of Duty.
No, he lived. He lived from the first mission. Remember?
He's alive. Look at him.
shot
He's right
in the
there.
head, but he lived. He's wearing that helmet to keep himself safe.
So yeah, after week 1, I was like, huh. And then I kept asking you, and then like another 3 weeks passed by the time I first asked you. And at that point, I was just like, oh, okay, he's, you know. I literally had to like stand there and like you were there in the call with me as you were downloading the game. That's how far I had to go to get you to download.
I got
that.
in trouble with Dad.
I was like, holy crap, James. I don't get, and it took like 20 minutes. And I was like, James, you really could have just pressed a download and left your PC on for 20 minutes.
Teacher called Dad about my bad grades, and he had to stand there and look at them as I opened up my grades.
Oh, I forgot my gun out.
Yeah, You just, holy shit, dude! That revolver holds so many bullets.
Oh shit! I'm getting shot as I'm strangling this guy.
How many shots did you fire off before?
Not a
having to
revolver. It's a
reload?
pistol.
It is. It looked like
Yeah.
a revolver from this angle.
It holds 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess it is a revolver. It's a 7-shoot revolver.
Yeah, that's a fucking revolver. What are you talking about? It's not a revolver. It's a pistol. That's what a revolver is.
Well, I wasn't wrong then.
But you also were.
What the
You
hell?
said it's not a revolver. Careful, JD. You don't want to shoot the man that got his eyes gouged.
Yeah. Can't get his head. He's moving around too much. I'm a terrible shot. God damn it. Where's my bow at? Get to my bow. Oh. Finally.
You don't have your bow anymore.
Good old reliable. I feel like the bow kills stuff.
Good old reliable as you missed the first shot.
Does this do more damage? Scurrying around. Oh, why did... Come on, pop your head out.
We should play CS:GO at some point.
Yeah. I'm just missing all these shots. You just...
I
There we
can.
go.
I'm just watching him literally pop up every time that you like shoot and then squat back down.
Yeah. Dude,
Now
the
go-
hardest
go check-
difficulty, they got some
Go
sick
check on the
AI.
blind guy. Go check on the blind guy. See how he's doing. Ask him
again?
if he's
I
gonna
didn't
wear
hear
a mask and become the renegade. Hold on. I'll be right back.
Help me.
Are you vengeance? Okay, buddy. So, yeah. I didn't realize I had my gun there. Oh, I got some ammo from it. Cool. I'll keep that in the back burner, but, I should craft more, like, arrows or something. Can I craft it right now? Craft. Guess I can only craft at campsites. Alright, what do I have to do here?
Got to find a way to destroy that.
Sorry, James, you there? You still there? He's muted. He had to go do something. That's fine then. We'll solve this puzzle on our own. We can't rely on James' genius all the time. I'm gonna go loot this guy first. But yeah. So I was planning on playing some modern Minecraft with James. One of my favorite mod packs is the one with technology, so we'll probably do that. Highlighted. Flammable. Ripened and bright white cloth or oil can be lit on fire. Oh, I see. Okay. Where's the... Oh, there's the lantern. Guess we just chuck a lantern at it? Yep.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back. I was just
hello, Mark.
I was just solving a puzzle.
You didn't kill the blind guy, did you?
No, he's just fine.
Show me him.
Sorry, I'm being shot.
No, show me him right now,
Shot,
Jay.
I'm
Show me
being
what
shot
you
at,
did.
James. It's
Show me what you did.
all right. Put a fucking arrow in his head. All right.
Oh my god, you
Make him a
monster!
knife.
He just has a knife.
Just murdered him. He had a knife.
Okay, I gotta go soon.
Okay. I mean, we're right in the middle of this, you know, a giant
Perfect timing.
action sequence, but
Hey, you know,
yeah, we'll keep going for now until you have to go. But
well, JD, I don't get to really choose.
okay. Well, you know, you can. I guess you could just, you know, say goodbye and then pop off when you have to go. So that'll be the end of that. But what was I saying before? Right, Curse Forge. We were gonna play a modded Minecraft let's play. We already did a regular Minecraft let's play before, and it was pretty fun, right, James?
Yeah.
Although I remember me being kind of an annoyance to you for a lot of it.
Yeah, because I was like,
Get
oh,
it? I was like,
on top of
because the
mountain.
entire time I was trying to get you killed.
Right, you were very adamant about me being the first death and everything. You're like,
I think
have to
you were
die
the one who was
first.
worried about that, but I just didn't want to die. I didn't want to die, and because I didn't want to die, you didn't want to die. And I was just like, it would be really funny if I got James killed. And then you were the one who was like, no, JD, I'm not going to be the first one to die in this Minecraft Let's Play. And then you were. And you died pretty spectacularly, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, you know, we decided to rush a dungeon and everything, and You were like, James,
we were
I
fully
need
prepared
help.
for it.
You were like, James, I need help. And I'm like, don't worry. The savior hero man is on his way. And I came and I saved your life. And then what did you do? So
Yeah.
cowardly so, you kicked me into the
I
lava.
backstabbed you.
And then left.
I Johnny Depp Amber Heard you when I kicked you in the back, and then you fell onto the floor of the plane. You know, James, it just works like that.
It's just a jungle out there.
Exactly.
It's a jungle.
He's
out
dead.
there.
Don't shoot. I'm not your enemy.
That's our enemy. Kill him.
I can't shoot him. Oh, perfect. We got a
Well-
campfire here as a save point. I guess
Well,
we
you know,
can end it
JD,
here
good
then.
thing he told us he's not our enemy. That way we
Yeah,
didn't shoot him.
I would have literally popped him in the face if he didn't say that. So, is
However, he tried to teach me today. I was utterly hopeless.
that him who's talking with the British accent?
You can't go wrong with
No,
a
that's her
stick
father.
and good boots.
Oh, that's not it.
Man of words.
Yeah, yes.
The
it is.
Venom hand cannon, Moon Shadow, Acipertor Nox,
Slow down a charge.
Hold on, the Venom
Hailstorm.
hand cannon?
That's what he was for.
That's a.
Bless him for
The Venom hand cannon is the revolver. It's probably the 6-shooter revolver, but I don't have it yet.
Roth always said
Go
he
all the
must
way to the
come with
right.
sharp eyes and
Yeah.
steady hands from Mum.
Semi-auto pistol, which I found 2 out of 4 parts for.
To shoot instead.
Yeah, that's the Tomb Raider gun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's her iconic gun.
Oh wait, I
my
have
God,
these
we-
guns.
We just have these guns.
Oh yeah, I guess I just have these guns now. Cool.
The hand cannon.
I have to
gun.
use the hand cannon. It sounds so cool. It's like a Destiny gun.
I was about to say.
Nice.
So we have been picking up these guns. You just never use them.
No, I think I could just access them now since I've now unlocked guns.
Sure, JD.
Yeah, I'm almost 100% on that.
Whatever you say.
But yeah, it's huh. I'm pretty excited for
Yeah.
the mod pack. I've already played a little bit of it on my own time just because it's so
So tell me about
fun.
it. What am I expecting? Like, what's
well. It's
there like a
basically
theme?
yeah. It's like it's a technology theme. It's a technology automation
Perfect.
themed mod pack where you build
Perfect, just for
machines.
me.
You build machines to automate things, so that and then you progress through like ages, you know, like Stone Age and stuff like that. So you progress through ages by building machines that are in that age and then progressing to the next one. And I'm pretty much in the first age, and it's actually not too difficult. They're just, you know, in the first parts you just gather stuff and then you know, you go mining and all the normal Minecraft stuff. And then you get metals and stuff
go,
and start making machines, you know? Crafting them.
Don't mine at night.
Exactly. Don't mine at night.
I
I
know,
know you're
feeling
looking kind of
afraid.
brave and you're feeling kind of brave. Go to bed, you'll be all right.
Don't mine at night.
So stupid. I love that song.
Okay, JD. Well, now that we're at this campfire and that we're done, it's time to say,
We're done or you're done, James?
let's just say,
Well,
you know.
cool. Well, thanks for joining me for this stream. If you guys enjoyed and you're watching the VOD, you should follow. And
Or if you're
catch
not
me-
watching the VOD and you watch this live,
you can catch us the next time I'm live. Bring us out, James.
you can follow me on YouTube at James No Last Name.